This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. So there's a challenge going on, another one. I have not won yet, but you know what? I refuse to give up, I refuse. This one is the cabbage and collard challenge. So you know what? Go big or go home, because I'm gonna do the Singapore giant and the tree collard.
You know, what in the haberdash of the
already have
Hemoglobin
some
are you
over there.
reading? That is
I don't know about this one,
Sapporo
but
giant
I definitely have one of these
cabbage.
packets of seeds are
Not
good,
Singapore.
so I'm gonna plant two
Let's just go
of
on.
them. Because I remember when I planted these tree collards, one did not come up at all. So we're gonna plant 2 and 2. I'm not gonna plant too many of this because, you know, I'm only gonna enter one into the challenge. I just have to get them to germinate, right? So we're going to do this. This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life. We're gonna plant our collards. Oh, I got them mixed up. Tree collards, that is. Tree collards, they're perennials. And we're gonna plant the Singapore giant. Let's get to it. Okay, I got my plate here because these seeds are super small. And I'm gonna plant a few of them because I gotta get a germination. I don't buy seedlings. Well, I shouldn't say that. I rarely buy seedlings because I think it's too much money. I'm not gonna spend $5 for one cabbage. I could buy a cabbage, 2 cabbages, maybe 3 for $5. So cabbage is a one-off, unless of course you get Mitchell Healy. No, all of them are one-off. I don't know one that isn't unless you peel the leaves off and eat the hard part of the cabbage. So this is Singapore Giant, is from Baker Creek. It is an heirloom seed. And the tree collards, I don't know if they're heirloom, but I do know that they are perennials, and I have 2 different packs of them. I told you guys one of them is not working, so we're gonna fix that. We're gonna remedy that. So the first thing we're gonna get out is our Singapore cabbage. I've already put soil in these cups, and yes, I have. Apparently, I did buy some seedlings because I got some Bonnie cups, right? They're all Bonnie cups, and we're gonna mark them accordingly, okay? Reuse your pots. When you buy seedlings, you might as well. You're paying for this pot anyway. And I've had this pot for, I don't know, maybe 3 years, maybe 4. So I only throw them out when they crack. I stack them up and keep them in a corner behind the shed. My neighbor doesn't like it too much, but oh well, it's behind the shed. And there's a fence there, so they shouldn't see it. They shouldn't see it unless they're looking over the fence. So, here are my seeds, and I'll pour about, oh well. I poured 3, 6, about 9 seeds, about 9 to 10 seeds out. We're gonna spread them out along this one. And I'm not gonna bury them very much. I'm gonna take some of the soil off, just a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna take a little bit off. Just a little bit, because we're gonna dust this thing. We don't want it to topple over, but the smaller the seed, the less you cover it. Excuse me, I'm trying to get comfortable in this seat. So I think this seed might be too big for me to pick up with a toothpick, but we'll see. Now, anytime they're small, you can pick them up with a chopstick. And I just place them on the soil. Make sure that there's nothing on there. Get some more water, that's one. Here's another one. See how small that is? Make sure I don't drop it. You don't see it, that's why. It's really small. That's 2. You don't have to do this, but some people be saying, oh, she's doing too much. That was probably the people buying seedlings. Don't hate, congratulate. How about that? Here's another one. It's on the tip of this thing. Look. Trying to make y'all see. See it? It's on the tip of the chopstick. That's how small it is. And the water just holds it on. So there we go. We got another one in. And I just rub them off the chopstick. And then I check the chopstick to make sure it's not still there. Or I didn't pick up the seed that I already dropped. Okay. Like that off. I'm gonna get 1 to 2 more. If I get 2, that'd be good, but because I got 2 on this one. And I'm just gonna drop them. I'm just gonna put them on the soil. You two stop. The little Chihuahua is getting ready to bite the German Shepherd on his nose. I don't know what he has. You know you did something. You try to take something from him that he wants. Something is in his mouth. Move. I can't save you. Get away from me. He's right here. He's usually very nice, but apparently that one right there was messing with him. Enough with the dogs, right? Okay, so I have 5 of them in here, 4 or 5 in here. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of soil, right? Preferably without a bunch of big old sticks in it, and sprinkle. Sprinkle to cover them up. I can't see them, especially not in this light. I can't see them, but I know they're in there. So I'm just sprinkling soil over here. Some people use peat moss and perlite. I just don't. I try to, bad enough I'm buying, soil. That kind of annoys me too. Because I believe that gardening should save you money, not cost you an arm and a leg. That's why I plant seeds. And that's why I plant seeds, because I don't want to pay for the stuff in the supermarket. I don't think their stuff is as good as the stuff that we plant. And the seedlings are too much. I don't know what they put. It's just too much. Everything is too much. How about that? Everything is too much. So I'm going to pull some of this soil off here because it's too high. That one is low. So I'm going to even them out. All right. Uh-oh. All right. And I put some back on here. I'm just going to get it off the sides and make it nice and fluffy. Make a nice bed for the seeds. All right. Get some of this soil off. Dip it in the stick. I'm going to pick up our last other seeds. And there's one. One down. I saw where that one went. Here's 2. So yes, I try to plant as inexpensively as possible. Not to say that I buy, cheap stuff. I buy inexpensive stuff. There's a difference. Cheap stuff, that's like something from what I heard, the Dollar Tree soil. Your stuff won't grow because it has all kind of problems with that soil. I don't know how true it is. It's just the word to the wise. I buy the stuff that has worked for me. And sometimes, because this stuff is organic, you don't always get the same quality every time. Soil is just that, soil. It's organic. It's going to change. It's not going to be consistent. Only chemicals are consistent. And sometimes not even that. So I got one little seed left. I'll put that one right there. Okay, I can see these seeds. Isn't that on here? I'm gonna get a little bit of soil from this one, preferably not with a bunch of big old sticks. I'm gonna cover them up. I'm not gonna smush it down. The water is gonna bring the soil down on it. Then I'm gonna take my mustard bottle or ketchup bottle, right? I'm gonna water it in. Planting seeds is so simple. I know that a lot of people don't like planting seeds because they die. Well, I shouldn't say that, but it's true. They pass away easy if you don't water them. They have to stay moist. You have to water them. So put them somewhere that you're gonna see them. Put them where you're gonna see them, and water them twice a day minimum. So this is Singapore giant cabbage. Let me go ahead and put the marking on this one so that I don't get it mixed up with the tree collards. And then I'm gonna put a marking on these 2 packets of seeds this time So I'll know which one germinates and which one doesn't. I don't necessarily want to throw the other one away, but I need to know which one is full of duds. That's the worst thing when you're planting seeds. I'm always excited when they come up, but I'm very disappointed when last time I planted them in the cup, one of these packet of seeds, the tree collards, none of them came up. So I knew it was a seed. All right, so cabbage. Singapore Giant. I'm gonna put Singapore Giant. Oh, Sapporo. I'm sorry, not Singapore. Saporo. Giant. So I'm putting Sapporo Giant. That's one. Okay. That's another thing I want to talk about. So these seeds, the tree collards, they came from a subcontractor of the Amazing Store, which means that sometimes most of the time you get what you pay for, but there are some of them. So Baker Creek is a good company. M.I. Gardner is a good company. Burpee is a good company. Homestead Heart is a good company. Who else do I buy from? Who is this? No, this one didn't come up, so I ain't gonna talk about that one. Oh, American Seed Company is a good company. I mean, and they're all different price ranges. American Seed Company, you could buy those at Dollar Tree for 25 cents. So it doesn't, my point is, they're all different price ranges, but the companies give you what you pay for. If you order these seeds from these specific companies, I'm not saying, no, I am saying, because I have experience in this, they come up. Now, after they come up, well, if you water them, that is, they come up most of the time. 99% of the time. I remember one time I ordered some seeds, and this is from a seed company that I don't buy from a lot. I think it was on Etsy. And it was blueberry tomatoes. They gave me, I think, 10 seeds for $3. It might have been more. I was so mad. And then they wrote me a little note. Like some of these places, they'll Project Tree Collard, they write you and give you a whole definition of everything that this thing is about. They wrote me a little note and said, 98% germination rate. That's good. That means that most likely all of those seeds are going to come up. And I was so upset, right? So I planted them. Do you know they came up? I only planted like 3 of them, and 3 of them came up, and then I did it again, and all of the seeds germinated, all of them. So sometimes when these places say that you know, they give you a little bit of seeds, it only takes a few. You saw I just planted 10. I don't necessarily want 10. I would love to have 10 of them, and perhaps I'll get 10. Most likely I will with that company. But I've always overplant just in case. With some of the other seed companies, like the unknown brands, you guessing and spelling. Buyer beware. That's all I'm saying. So here we are with these tree collards again. I got 2 packs from two. Looks like they're from 2 different companies. Although they are marked kind of, says made in, no, they're marked by 2 different companies. New Galaxy, yeah, they're marked by 2 different companies. So I'm gonna plant 2 of them in 2 different places. Now, we're gonna start with one and then we'll move on to the other. Man, this one says collard seeds, and this one says, oh God, I can't see. Okay, let's just plant them because I believe they're tree collards. I believe they're both tree collards, but God only knows because I can't read it. It's so small. This one said collard seeds, so I believe that this one goes with this company. They look like the same seed, but you never know. Okay. I think I ordered it twice from 2 different companies. So we're gonna open this thing up, right? This one says collard seeds. Dust that off onto the thing. Okay, tree collards. Relax. Planting, you're supposed to relax, right? I'm supposed to be all hunched up. All right, let me move this because I don't like a lot of things in front of me. Okay. And all right, there we go. I got 7 seeds on that plate from this one. And I'm gonna put packet number 1. Put number 1 on this. And then I'm gonna mark it with number 1. Do it on both sides. Okay, this is packet number 1. So I'll find out who's who. Who's not producing? Okay. This one. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Oh man. All right, I got 2 of them this time. 2 for the price of 1. Clean my toothpick off on my spear. I got 1 more left out of the 7. Put you right here. Okay, I'm covering them up with the little bit of soil that's already in the pot. And then I'm gonna put collards number 1 on here. Number 1 collards, how about that? You're number 1. Find out if you really are number 1. Let me get this big old thing out of here. Yeah, get that out of there. All is well. I'll put number 1 tree collards. Number 1. That's 1 down. On to the next. Make sure that's closed. Put this over here. Next one. All right, Jamaica. Wow, they're just almost as bad as me. I mean, you know how I failed to mark stuff? Well, they marked it, but it's so small. It looks like Chinese to me because I can't read it. And I have 20/20. At least the doctor says I do right now. Oh, I'm a little irritated. Let me pull it out maybe. Oh, it is. This is the... Oh, my goodness. I got 2 little packs of seeds in here. One is not open. Jesus Christ. And it says new. And that's all I can read. All right. Do what you do, girl. Another 7. Give it the same opportunity to thrive. One more. One more seed. All right, 7 and 7. Put this back in here. I don't know how that happened. I must have ordered it 3 times because apparently I got 7 packets of seeds. I mean, excuse me, I got 3 packets of seeds. act like he had a hard day's work. Me too, though. The dog is like, probably saying, I wish you'd be quiet. I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy and I'm bored. All right, let's move this soil around. Get it nice and fluffy. Move it around, get all these big old logs out of here. Stir it up, little darling, stir it up. All right. I flamed it on him. He jumped. Here's one. And two. Where you at? Show yourself. Come on, get out the toothpick. Get some of the dirt off. 3. I can see these showing up. They're showing themselves. They're a little red. 4. 5. 6. 7. All right, we're gonna get this to germinate. Let me mark this collards. I'm just gonna put collards number 2. Number 2 collards. Where's my packet of seeds? Oh no, oh I marked the other one, so that's okay. One is marked, one isn't. Put 2 on this one. All right, let me get the other marking. I'll put collards, 2 collared, 2 collared. Okay, oh, I forgot to cover them up. Planting seeds is not hard. You know what the hard part is? Taking care of them once they're out there in the yard. That's the hard part. Protecting them, watering them, feeding them. That's the hard part. This is the easy part. This is a controlled area. So this soil is most likely sterile. I didn't make it, so I can't vouch for it. Let me use this bottle. But out there, that's why I don't plant. I try not to plant too many seeds directly, with the exception of carrots, beets. What else do I plant? And turnips. Those I plant directly because I just fling them out. They're tough plants. Once they decide to come up, they'll fight off the bugs. But for these collards and for these cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, nope. You gotta bring them out there as a juvenile. A juvenile. You better not throw a seed out there. You can, but you better throw a bunch of them because the bugs, the pill bugs, we call them roly-polies up north. And God knows what else is probably gonna eat them. So. At least here in Texas. Texas is the wild, wild west. Only the strong will survive. and the snails. Anyway, not complaining. I'm just saying that's how it is out here. I've learned my lesson. I've learned to respect the power of the Texas bug. I've learned to respect the power of the Texas bug. For this, I don't waste my water. So we got 4 little cups done. They'll come up. They always do. I have faith. Well, at least one of the collards will. We'll find out which one is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. I'll just dump the whole seed in a bucket and find out if one of them is not going to come up. I know that because it happened before. Not one of those seeds germinated. I didn't mark it because I didn't know which one. I didn't know that it wasn't going to come up because I have faith. I have the faith that these seeds are going to germinate. Well, that did not happen. Sometimes, I have a video called Sometimes It Is the Seed. So I didn't mark the packs. So now I'm going to find out which one has some duds or is all duds. I don't want to say it's all duds, but the last time I threw them in a cup just like this, none of them came up. And I bought it from an unknown seller. I don't think that it was these people who sent me the packet because they seem, I think it was the other one. They seem to have, they could send me all of this about tree collards, they certainly have pride in their seed. Pretty sure it was in them, but I don't know which one was theirs, but one does say collards on it, so I think that was them. I think that's the one that, we'll see. We'll see what germinates, huh? Anyway, I'm talking too much. This is Jamerica with Jamerica Life, and this is my entry for the cabbage and collard challenge. Sapporo Giant tree collards. Cabbage and collards. I thank you guys for being with me, and I will see you on the next one. Keep growing. Bye.